Good morning, second year medical students. It's Dr. Mahmoud Elithi with you. Today, we are going to explore together the second lesson in your listening and speaking skills book, Unit 5, entitled Environment. We're going to explore together listening 1. As we mentioned before, there are some of the learning objectives. In this lesson, we're going to explore together some learning skills. Listening 1. Now, let's have some pronunciation skills for listening. When you are speaking fluently, you do not say every single word. Instead, you use a linking sound. The common linking sounds when you speak fluently are the letter R and the letter W. For example, her eyes are brown. That's a sentence. When I say it fluently, I'll say her eyes, her eyes. There is a linking sound, an R linking sound between her and eyes. Another example. Do I have time? That's a question. When I say it fluently, do I? Do I? So there is a W linking sound here in between the do and the I. That's what you use when you speak fluently. Now, please listen to the audio 5.1 and mention what linking sounds can you hear between the words in bold, the underlined ones. So, in the first one, I want to explain. It's the W linking sound. To explain. Number 2, many people are excited, an R linking sound. Number 3, many supermarkets are interested, an R linking sound. And finally, if you add, it's a W linking sound. And that happens when you speak English fluently. Exercise 2. Let's have some key vocabulary. Match the 10 sentence halves from 1 to 7 with their corresponding ones from A to G. Some people think we should reduce the amount of energy we use. Reduce means not increase it. Number 2, fossil fuels are a limited source of energy. But solar energy is unlimited. We produce steam when we heat water. We need to provide food for more and more people. A greenhouse is a hot place with large glass windows where we can grow plants. You need to remove the salt from sea water to make it drinkable. One solution to the problem of climate change is the use of alternative sources of energy. Pay attention to the words in bold. Now, again, predicting the content by looking to the visuals. You have got two pictures in front of you. Now, can you tell me what will the topic will be about? On the right hand side, I can see some light, and it's collected by a solar panel, and some hot oil is passing into tubes, then evaporating the seashore water to get drinkable water to the greenhouse to help to cultivate different crops. On the left hand side, you can see tomato trees grown by using this technique. What do you think is happening in the pictures? Yeah, it's using the sunlight energy by using sun and solar panels to generate energy and use it in agriculture. What sorts of energy are used in this farm? The sunlight, the clean green one. Now listen to audio 5.2 and circle the best answers below. Let's explore them together. Desert farming uses solar energy and what? The seawater. NASA has been researching hydroponics because it allows us to grow food in extreme climates. The greenhouse is heated by using the solar power. Food from desert farms contains no chemicals. Desert farms can help solve the global food problem. Question number 5. Listen to audio 5.3, the second part of the lecture, and let's complete the summary below together. But first, listen to the audio. The farm is 100 meters from the sea. That's from the audio. Heat is reflected from the sun onto a pipe which has oil inside. The hot oil heats up the seawater. When the seawater is at a temperature of 160 degrees centigrade, the steam heats the greenhouse. The desalination plant produces 10,000 liters, up to 10,000 liters of fresh water every day. No pesticides are used during the process. This type of farming has a minimal effect on the environment. No pollution. This form of questions, you can get them in the exam. They give you blanks in some sentences and let you have a look on them for 1 minute, then play an audio, and then you get the answers from the audio. Now, let's match the extracts 1 to 4 to the ways of their explanation from A to D. Scientists have decided to combine the modern technology of solar energy with a farming technology called hydroponics. Hydroponics means growing plants in water. So it explains what this word means, hydroponics. Number 2, what we need are nutrients or chemicals that help plants grow. Nutrients are like food for the plants. So it gives a simple example of what these things are similar to. The nutrients are similar to food for the plants. Number 3, the rest of the heated water goes to a desalination plant. Desalination is when we remove the salt from seawater to create clean, drinkable water. It gives a simple explanation of the desalination process. Number 4, many supermarkets are interested in buying these vegetables because they are grown without pesticides or other chemicals. It says what group of things this belongs to: the pesticides and the other chemicals. They belong to a group of things, of chemicals used in agriculture. Now let's have some language skills. We're going to speak about negative prefixes and moda verbs to express opinions. Let's start by negative prefixes. Prefixes are some letters which are added before the word to change its meaning either to the negative or to the positive side. Negative prefixes, they give the negative meaning of the word. Few letters are added before each word to make it on the negative side, on the less side. Now let's add some prefixes to the following words to make them negative. For example, the prefix un, it means not. It can be applied with unknown, unbelievable, uncertain, and unlimited. The prefix in, incorrect, indirect, and inexperienced. The prefix im, immodest, immature, and a third example, impossible, for example. The prefix ir, the ir, irresponsible. The prefix ill, illegal. The prefix dis means the opposite meaning: disapprove, disadvantage. The prefix de, it means to remove something from the word, to take it away. Decaffeinated, deactivate, defrost. The prefix mis, it means it's wrongly perceived, like misunderstand, misplace, misspell, and mistreat. And finally, the prefix anti means against, anti-government, anti-clockwise direction, anti-war. These are the negative prefixes, which are letters added before the word to give a negative effect. Now let's complete the sentences below by using the negative prefixes which we encountered in exercise 1. It's easy to misspell English words. For example, colleague. Number 2, he told me a stupid story about how he couldn't bring his homework because his dog ate it. It was completely unbelievable. The disadvantage of some alternative energy sources is that they are very expensive. The future is uncertain. Nobody knows what will happen. In most countries, it's illegal to text and drive. It's irresponsible to drive if you are tired. You can cause a serious accident and go to jail. When I graduated from university, I was completely inexperienced. In my first job, I really didn't know what I was doing. And finally, I misunderstood the teacher when he told us about the deadline. I thought the assignment was due last night, but it was tomorrow. These are the negative prefixes. Now let's move to the modal verbs. Modal verbs are verbs to express the mood you are in. Modal verbs to express opinions. They can be used to talk about things which are possible, like may, might, can, could. Or we can use them if we are certain about what we are talking about, like will, would. So modal verbs to express opinions. They can express possibility, like may, might, can, could, and they can express certainty, like will and would. Let's have some exercises. Both sentences below give an opinion. Tell me, how are they different? When I say solar energy is an excellent solution to global warming, it's a certain sentence. That's a fact. But when I say solar energy might be an excellent solution to global warming, it expresses possibility. Instead of might be in the second sentence, what other modal verbs we can use instead of it? We can say, because it expresses possibility, solar energy could be, can be an excellent solution to global warming. That's a modal verb to express the opinion, particularly to express possibility. Now listen to the audio 5.4 and then complete the following extracts. Listen first. And then let's go through the answers. Today, I want to explain some alternative solutions that may help reduce some of the problems related to climate change. You can find that in the audio extract. Number 2, NASA scientists have been developing this method of growing food because it could allow us to grow food in any climate. Number 3, I think that desert farms might be a very interesting way to farm in the future. These are the modal verbs to express opinions. Now let's match sentences from A to D with their uses from 1 to 2. The modal verbs can express possibility in the future and when I say we could run out of fresh water in the next few centuries, it's a possibility. When I say water resources will not last forever, it's certainty. Solar energy cannot solve the problem of climate change. It's certainty. It cannot solve the problem. That's clear. Number D. Small Pacific islands may not be able to survive climate change. That's a possibility. So modal verbs used to opinion, can be possibility or certainty. Question number 7. Sentences below have no modal verbs. Add a modal verb to express the meaning in brackets. The first one is solved for you. It says farming in the desert solves the problem of food crisis. I need a softer opinion, a possibility. So farming in the desert might solve the problem of food crisis. Number 2, not using fossil fuels reduces global warming. Please use possibility. You can use might, could, may, can. So not using fossil fuels may reduce global warming, might reduce global warming, could reduce global warming. This refers to possibility in the future. Number 3. Taxing fossil fuels reduces the use of cars. Please express certainty. Taxing fossil fuels will reduce the use of cars. That's certainty. Number 4. Using solar energy does not lead to any environmental disasters. Please express certainty. Using solar energy will not lead to or cannot lead to any environmental disasters. So, if you want to express certainty, you can use will, would, can. If I want to express possibility, may, might, could. These are the modal verbs used to express opinions. Thank you very much and wish you a good day. Bye bye.